Clint Eastwood, 96 years old, still directing major motion pictures, still acting, still walking with the confidence of a man half his age, still living independently with a mind so sharp he's outworking people in their 40s and 50s. How is this possible? What does he know that most people don't? And more importantly, can you replicate what he's doing to add 30 healthy years past 60? The answer is yes, because what Clint Eastwood has done isn't magic. It's not luck. It's not just genetics. It's a specific set of daily habits and choices that scientific research published in 2023, 2024, and 2025 has now validated as the exact lifestyle factors that extend not just lifespan but health span, the number of years you live in good health with physical and mental vitality. What you're about to discover in this video are the 6 secrets and wins that Clint Eastwood has used to reach 96 strong and sharp. And every single one is backed by cutting-edge longevity research from institutions like Harvard Medical School, the National Institutes of Health, and leading aging research centers around the world. Studies involving hundreds of thousands of people follow for decades, showing exactly how these habits work at the cellular and molecular level to slow biological aging, preserve muscle mass and cognitive function, reduce your risk of death from all causes, protect your cardiovascular system, and literally add years, potentially decades of healthy life. You'll learn why Clint's lean and green diet of salmon and vegetables can reduce cardiovascular mortality by 21%, and preserve muscle mass that most people lose after 60. How his 40-year practice of transcendental meditation reduces stress hormones that accelerate aging and improves cardiovascular health. The specific type of exercise he does that builds functional strength without destroying joints. Why he eliminated sugar and processed foods, a choice that reverses epigenetic aging markers. How his hydration and sleep habits support cellular repair and longevity. And perhaps most importantly, why his continuous sense of purpose, still creating films at 96, is associated with 23% lower all-cause mortality. This isn't celebrity gossip or feel-good inspiration. This is hard science showing exactly what works to extend healthy life past 60, past 70, past 80, past 90. So don't skip ahead. The most critical information comes near the end, where I reveal the complete daily protocol that puts all 6 secrets together into a simple routine you can start implementing today. And before we dive into the science, do me a huge favor right now. Hit that like button. Subscribe to this channel if you're new here. And most importantly, leave a comment below telling me your age, where you're watching from, and what your biggest health goal is after 60. Do you want to live to 90? To 100? Do you want to stay independent? Keep your mind sharp? Maintain your strength? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one, and your engagement helps this channel grow and reach more people who need this information. All right, let's start with Clint Eastwood's first secret to reaching 96 strong and sharp. Secret number 1, the lean and green diet. If you've ever seen interviews with Clint Eastwood or read about his lifestyle, one thing becomes immediately clear. He eats what he calls a lean and green diet. Lean protein sources, primarily wild-caught salmon and skinless chicken breast, and an abundance of green vegetables, particularly dark leafy greens like spinach and kale, and cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and asparagus. In an interview, when asked by Jimmy Kimmel if he indulged in wings or nachos, Eastwood's response was blunt and immediate. None of that crap. He doesn't see food as entertainment or pleasure. He sees food as fuel for the body, and the science behind his approach is absolutely compelling. Let's start with the lean protein choices. Wild-caught salmon is one of nature's most concentrated sources of omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA, and research shows these omega-3s are critical for healthy aging. A study published in 2017 in the journal Aging examined the influence of omega-3 fatty acids on skeletal muscle protein metabolism in older adults. The researchers gave older adults omega-3 supplementation for 16 weeks, then measured muscle protein synthesis rates. The results were remarkable. Following omega-3 supplementation, mixed muscle protein synthesis rates increased significantly. Mitochondrial protein synthesis increased dramatically, and post-exercise muscle protein synthesis rates improve substantially. What this means practically is that omega-3s from salmon help your muscles respond better to the protein you eat and the exercise you do. They overcome anabolic resistance, the phenomenon where older muscles become less responsive to normal muscle-building signals. One of the researchers stated that omega-3 fatty acids induce potentially favorable adaptations within skeletal muscle in older adults, including decreased oxidative stress, increased muscle protein synthesis, and enhanced response to exercise. Beyond muscle, omega-3s dramatically reduce systemic inflammation. Chronic low-grade inflammation, called inflammaging by researchers, accelerates virtually every disease of aging: cardiovascular disease, Alzheimer's disease, cancer, diabetes. Omega-3s are among the most powerful natural anti-inflammatory compounds available. They reduce inflammatory markers, improve insulin sensitivity, support brain health and cognitive function, and protect cardiovascular health by reducing triglycerides, lowering blood pressure, and improving arterial function. Now let's talk about chicken. Skinless chicken breast provides high-quality, complete protein with excellent leucine content. Leucine is the amino acid that directly activates mTORC1, the master regulator of muscle protein synthesis. Research shows that older adults need 25 to 40 grams of high-quality protein, with at least 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine per meal to overcome anabolic resistance. 4 ounces of chicken breast provides approximately 30 grams of protein with 2.7 grams of leucine, exactly the threshold needed. Now let's talk about the green part of Eastwood's diet: dark leafy greens and cruciferous vegetables. A massive meta-analysis published in the British Medical Journal examined 16 prospective studies involving over 830,000 participants followed for up to 26 years. The findings were clear. Higher consumption of vegetables was significantly associated with lower risk of all-cause mortality. Each additional serving of vegetables per day reduced mortality risk by 5%. The protective effect was particularly strong for cardiovascular mortality. Dark leafy greens contain exceptionally high levels of nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide, the molecule that dilates blood vessels and improves circulation. Folate, which supports DNA repair and prevents cancer. Vitamin K, which directs calcium into bones and out of arteries. Magnesium, which relaxes blood vessels and regulates blood pressure. And fiber, which feeds beneficial gut bacteria. Broccoli and other cruciferous vegetables contain sulforaphane, a compound that activates cellular detoxification pathways and has been shown in research to reduce cancer risk and slow aging. The combination of lean protein from salmon and chicken with abundant green vegetables creates a nutritional profile that supports muscle maintenance, reduces inflammation, protects cardiovascular health, and literally slows biological aging. But what Eastwood eliminates from his diet is just as important as what he includes. He avoids sugar completely. He eliminates processed foods entirely. He drinks no sugary beverages, only water. And he limits carbohydrates to moderate amounts of whole grains. The science behind these eliminations is powerful. Research from UC San Francisco published in 2024 found that every 10 grams of added sugar consumed daily accelerates epigenetic age by 2.4 months. Sugar promotes glycation, creating advanced glycation end products that damage tissues. It increases inflammation and oxidative stress. It feeds pathogenic gut bacteria. And it drives insulin resistance and metabolic dysfunction. Processed foods accelerate biological aging through multiple mechanisms. They contain chemical additives that damage the gut microbiome and increase inflammation. They're stripped of fiber and nutrients. They cause rapid blood sugar spikes. And they displace nutrient-dense whole foods from the diet. By eliminating these aging accelerators and focusing on lean protein and green vegetables, Clint Eastwood has created a dietary pattern that research shows can add years to life and life to years. Now, before we move to secret number 2, I want you to take action right now. If you're finding this valuable, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and leave a comment telling me what you think of Clint Eastwood's lean and green approach. Could you do it? What would be hardest for you to give up? Your engagement helps this channel tremendously. So please take 10 seconds and comment below. All right, let's move to secret number 2, one of the most powerful longevity habits that most people completely overlook. Secret number 2, transcendental meditation for stress reduction and cardiovascular health. Clint Eastwood has practiced transcendental meditation for over 40 years, twice a day, every day, for 20 minutes each session. And he credits this practice as one of the most important factors in his longevity and mental clarity at 96. Most people underestimate the power of meditation. They think it's just relaxation or stress relief. But the scientific research on transcendental meditation specifically shows it has profound physiological effects that directly impact aging and longevity. Let's start with stress. Chronic stress accelerates aging through multiple mechanisms. It elevates cortisol, the stress hormone that promotes muscle breakdown, increases abdominal fat storage, impairs immune function, damages the hippocampus in the brain affecting memory, and shortens telomeres, the protective caps on chromosomes that determine cellular lifespan. Research has shown that people with chronic high stress have telomeres that are equivalent to being 9 to 17 years older biologically than their chronological age. Transcendental meditation directly counteracts these effects. Studies using brain imaging have shown that transcendental meditation produces a unique state of restful alertness, where the brain shows increased coherence and the body enters a state of deep rest deeper than sleep while remaining conscious. During this state, cortisol levels drop significantly, blood pressure decreases, heart rate variability improves, indicating better autonomic nervous system balance, and the body shifts from sympathetic, fight or flight, to parasympathetic, rest and digest, nervous system dominance. A comprehensive meta-analysis published in the American Journal of Hypertension examined multiple randomized controlled trials of transcendental meditation for blood pressure reduction. The analysis found that transcendental meditation significantly reduced both systolic and diastolic blood pressure in people with hypertension. The magnitude of reduction was comparable to some blood pressure medications. The researchers concluded that transcendental meditation may be considered as a treatment option for hypertension, but the benefits go far beyond blood pressure. A study published in Circulation, the Journal of the American Heart Association, followed patients with coronary heart disease for over 5 years. Half practiced transcendental meditation, half received standard health education. The transcendental meditation group had a 48% reduction in the combined risk of heart attack, stroke, and death from all causes compared to control group. 48%. That's a reduction comparable to or better than many pharmaceutical interventions. The mechanisms involve multiple pathways. Transcendental meditation reduces oxidative stress and inflammation. It improves endothelial function, the health of blood vessel lining. It reduces arterial stiffness. It improves insulin sensitivity and glucose metabolism. And it enhances the body's natural repair and regeneration processes. Beyond cardiovascular health, transcendental meditation has been shown to preserve cognitive function and slow brain aging. Research using MRI scans has found that long-term meditators have significantly less age-related gray matter loss in the brain. Their brains literally look younger. Studies have also shown that meditation improves attention, memory, executive function, and processing speed in older adults, and it reduces the risk of Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia. For Clint Eastwood, 40 years of twice-daily transcendental meditation has meant 4 decades of reduced stress hormones, protected cardiovascular system, preserved brain structure and function, and enhanced cellular repair. This single habit, 20 minutes twice a day, has likely added years to his life and kept his mind sharp at 96. So secret number 2 is clear. If you want to live 30 years past 60 with your mind and body intact, you need a daily practice that reduces stress and activates your body's repair mechanisms. Transcendental meditation is one of the most researched and validated approaches. But any consistent meditation practice, mindfulness meditation, breathing exercises, or even 20 minutes of quiet reflection can provide significant benefits. The key is consistency, every single day, just like Clint Eastwood has done for 40 years. Now, let's move to secret number 3. Secret number 3, functional exercise, and lifelong movement. Clint Eastwood is a self-described lifelong gym rat, but his approach to exercise has evolved significantly as he's aged. In his younger years, he lifted heavy weights and pushed hard, but now at 96, his focus has shifted entirely to functional strength, proper form, and low-impact everyday activity. He no longer lifts heavy barbells. Instead, he focuses on exercises that maintain his ability to perform daily activities. Squats to get up from chairs, core work to maintain balance and posture, light resistance training to preserve muscle mass, and importantly, he stays active through everyday movement, long walks, golfing, which he does regularly, and staying on his feet throughout the day rather than sitting for long periods. This approach aligns perfectly with what longevity research shows about exercise after 60. First, resistance training is essential for preventing sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass. Research published in 2025 found that sarcopenia affects 30 to 50% of people over 65. By age 80, you can lose up to 50% of your muscle mass if you don't actively work to preserve it. And muscle loss is directly associated with loss of independence, increased fall risk, hospitalization, and premature death. But here's the critical finding. You don't need to lift heavy weights to preserve muscle. Research published in the journal Aging showed that moderate resistance training, even with light to moderate loads, can effectively preserve muscle mass in older adults as long as the muscles are challenged to fatigue and the training is performed consistently 2 to 3 times per week. What matters most is proper form, full range of motion, controlled movement, progressive challenge over time, and most importantly, consistency. Clint Eastwood's shift from heavy lifting to functional training is smart because it reduces injury risk while maintaining the muscle-preserving benefits of resistance exercise. Functional exercises like squats, lunges, rows, and core work train movement patterns you use in daily life, improving balance, coordination, and real-world strength. But resistance training is only part of the equation. Low-impact cardiovascular activity is equally important. Research from blue zone regions, areas of the world where people routinely live past 90 and 100, shows that centenarians don't do intense workouts. They walk, they garden, they do household chores. They stay in gentle, consistent motion throughout the day. This type of movement, sometimes called non-exercise activity thermogenesis, or NEAT, keeps metabolism active, maintains cardiovascular health, supports joint mobility and flexibility, and burns calories without the stress and inflammation of intense exercise. Clint Eastwood's regular golf games are a perfect example. Walking the course provides gentle cardiovascular activity. The golf swing maintains rotational mobility and coordination. The social aspect, playing with friends, provides mental stimulation and connection. And the outdoor exposure to sunlight supports vitamin D production and circadian rhythm regulation. A comprehensive study published in 2025 examined healthy lifestyle factors in late life and their association with longevity. The researchers found that people who maintain moderate physical activity, defined as walking, light sports, or gardening for at least 30 minutes most days, had significantly longer life expectancy than sedentary individuals. Specifically, a healthy lifestyle, including moderate physical activity, was associated with a gain of 3.8 to 4.3 years at age 65, even after controlling for genetic risk factors. So, secret number 3 is about moving consistently, but smartly. Perform resistance training 2 to 3 times per week, focusing on functional movements with proper form. Stay active every day through walking, gardening, golf, or other low-impact activities. Avoid long periods of sitting. Get up and move every hour. Prioritize balance and mobility work to prevent falls. And most importantly, keep moving for life. Never stop. Just like Clint Eastwood, who at 96 is still golfing, still walking, still staying active every single day. Now, before we continue to secret number 4, I need you to do something important. Pause this video for just 10 seconds. Hit that like button if you're getting value. And leave a comment below telling me what type of exercise you currently do or what you're going to start doing after watching this. Your comment helps this video reach more people. And I genuinely want to hear from you. All right, let's move to secret number 4. Secret number 4. Complete elimination of sugar and processed foods. We touched on this in secret number 1 when discussing Eastwood's diet, but this point is so important it deserves its own section, because the research on sugar and processed foods is absolutely damning, and eliminating them may be one of the most powerful longevity interventions you can make. Let's start with sugar. The UC San Francisco study I mentioned earlier found that every 10 grams of added sugar consumed daily accelerates epigenetic age, your biological age measured by DNA methylation patterns, by 2.4 months. A single can of soda contains 40 grams of sugar. If you drink 1 soda per day, you're aging yourself by approximately 10 months per year biologically. Over 10 years, that's nearly 10 years of accelerated aging just from 1 daily soda. But the damage goes far beyond epigenetic aging. A massive study published in the British Medical Journal followed over 400,000 people and found that drinking just 1 sugary beverage per day was associated with 26% increased risk of type 2 diabetes, 10% increased risk of cardiovascular disease, and 8% increased risk of early death from all causes. The mechanisms are clear. Sugar promotes glycation, where sugar molecules bind to proteins and DNA, creating advanced glycation end products that stiffen arteries, damage kidneys, cloud eye lenses, and impair organ function. Sugar increases oxidative stress and inflammation. Sugar feeds pathogenic gut bacteria while starving beneficial species. Sugar drives insulin resistance, the root cause of metabolic syndrome and type 2 diabetes. And sugar disrupts metabolism at the mitochondrial level, reducing cellular energy production. Clint Eastwood eliminated sugar decades ago. He drinks only water. No soda, no juice, no sweetened tea or coffee, no desserts or candy. When asked about his dietary indulgences, his answer was clear: none of that crap. Now let's talk about processed foods. Research published in 2024 found that high consumption of ultra-processed foods was significantly linked to accelerated biological aging. People who ate the most processed foods had bodies that were biologically older than their chronological age. Ultra-processed foods are industrial formulations made mostly from substances extracted from foods or synthesized in laboratories. Packaged snacks, frozen dinners, instant noodles, processed meats, sugary cereals, fast food. These foods damage health through multiple mechanisms. They're stripped of fiber and nutrients. They contain chemical additives that damage the gut microbiome and increase inflammation. They cause rapid blood sugar spikes. They're high in unhealthy fats and sodium. And they displace whole foods from the diet. A study published in 2026 found that even moderate reduction in processed food consumption improved metabolic health markers significantly. Adults who reduced ultra-processed food intake from 50% to 15% of total calories experienced lower body weight, better insulin sensitivity, healthier cholesterol profiles, and reduced inflammation. Clint Eastwood's complete elimination of processed foods means his body isn't constantly dealing with chemical additives, inflammatory compounds, and metabolic toxins. His cells can focus on repair and regeneration rather than detoxification and damage control. Combined with his elimination of sugar, this creates an internal environment that supports longevity rather than accelerating aging. So secret number 4 is absolute. If you want to live 30 years past 60, you must eliminate sugar and processed foods. Not reduce them. Eliminate them. Drink only water, coffee, or tea without sugar. Eat only whole, unprocessed foods. If it comes in a package with a long ingredient list, don't eat it. If it contains added sugar, don't eat it. Make this non-negotiable. Your longevity depends on it. Now, let's move to secret number 5. Secret number 5, prioritizing hydration and quality sleep. Clint Eastwood drinks water throughout the day and maintains strict sleep hygiene. These might seem like basic habits, but the research shows they're critical for cellular repair and longevity. Let's start with hydration. After 60, your thirst mechanism weakens. Your kidneys become less efficient at concentrating urine. Your cells lose some ability to hold water. This means you can become functionally dehydrated even if you're drinking what seems like enough water. Dehydration impairs cognitive function, reduces physical performance, slows metabolism, increases risk of kidney stones and urinary tract infections, and accelerates cellular aging. Research shows that even mild dehydration, losing just 1 to 2% of body weight through fluid loss, significantly impairs mental and physical function in older adults. Clint Eastwood drinks water consistently throughout the day. Not soda, not juice, not sugary drinks. Plain water. This keeps his cells hydrated, his blood flowing, his kidneys functioning, his brain sharp, and his metabolism optimized. But hydration alone isn't enough. Sleep is when your body performs a majority of its repair and regeneration. During deep sleep, your brain clears out toxic waste products through the lymphatic system. Your immune system ramps up production of infection-fighting cells. Your muscles and tissues are repaired at the cellular level. Your hormones are balanced and regulated. Growth hormone is released, supporting muscle maintenance and fat metabolism. And your cells repair DNA damage and fight the hallmarks of aging. Research published in 2025 found that poor sleep quality and short sleep duration are associated with significantly increased mortality risk. People who slept less than 7 hours per night had 14% increased risk of death from all causes. But even more striking, people who slept more than 9 hours, often a sign of poor quality fragmented sleep, had 34% increased risk of mortality. The optimal sleep duration for longevity appears to be 7 to 8 hours of high-quality, uninterrupted sleep per night. But quality matters as much as quantity. Deep sleep and REM sleep are the stages where the most critical repair happens. To optimize sleep quality, maintain a consistent sleep schedule, going to bed and waking at the same time every day. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Avoid screens for at least 1 hour before bed. Avoid caffeine after noon. Avoid large meals within 3 hours of bedtime. And consider magnesium supplementation, which supports sleep quality. Clint Eastwood reportedly maintains strict sleep discipline. He doesn't eat late at night, believing the body needs rest, not constant digestion. He likely maintains consistent sleep and wake times, and he prioritizes recovery. Combined with proper hydration throughout the day, quality sleep creates a foundation for cellular repair and longevity. So secret number 5 is simple but essential. Drink water consistently throughout the day. Avoid all sugary beverages. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of high-quality sleep every night. Maintain consistent sleep and wake times. And don't eat late at night. Your body needs time to repair, not digest. Now, let's move to the 6th and final secret, perhaps the most important of all. Secret number 6, maintaining purpose and creative engagement. At 96 years old, Clint Eastwood is still directing major motion pictures. He's still working on creative projects. He still has a sense of purpose that drives him to wake up every morning with something meaningful to do. And the research shows this may be the most important factor of all for exceptional longevity. A comprehensive study examining lifestyle factors of people with exceptional longevity, those who live past 95, found something remarkable. When asked what factors they believe contribute to their long life, the most common answers were good genes, yes, but also diet, physical activity, and most importantly, positive attitude and sense of purpose. Another study published in JAMA Psychiatry examined the association between sense of purpose and mortality in older adults. The researchers followed over 6,000 adults aged 65 and older for up to 5 years. The findings were striking. People with a strong sense of purpose had 23% lower risk of death from all causes compared to those with weak sense of purpose. The protective effect remained significant even after controlling for other factors like depression, chronic diseases, disability, and socioeconomic status. Why does purpose matter so much for longevity? Multiple mechanisms are at play. Purpose gives you a reason to take care of yourself. When you have meaningful work or activities, you're more likely to exercise, eat well, and avoid harmful behaviors. Purpose reduces stress and promotes positive emotions. Research shows that people with strong purpose have lower cortisol levels, less inflammation, and better immune function. Purpose keeps your brain active and engaged. Continuous learning and creative work build cognitive reserve, protecting against dementia and cognitive decline. Purpose provides social connection. Meaningful work often involves interaction with others, which is strongly associated with longevity in research. And purpose gives you a reason to get up every morning. When you have something to live for, You're more resilient in the face of challenges and setbacks. Clint Eastwood's continued work in film at 96 provides all of these benefits. It keeps his mind sharp through creative problem solving. It provides daily structure and routine. It gives him social interaction with cast and crew. It offers a sense of accomplishment and contribution. And it gives him a reason to maintain his health, so he can continue doing work he loves. Research from Blue Zone regions consistently shows that centenarians maintain a strong sense of purpose throughout life. In Okinawa, Japan, they call it Ikigai, your reason for being. In Nicoya, Costa Rica, it's Plan de Vida, life plan. The common thread is that people who live longest never fully retire in the Western sense. They continue engaging in meaningful work, whether paid or unpaid, that gives their life direction and purpose. So secret number 6 is perhaps the most important. If you want to live 30 years past 60, you need a reason to live. Find work or activities that give your life meaning. Continue learning and growing intellectually. Maintain social connections and contribute to your community. Set goals and work toward them regardless of your age. And never retire from life. Keep creating, contributing, and engaging until your final day, just like Clint Eastwood is doing at 96. Now, let's bring all 6 secrets together into a practical daily protocol that you can implement starting tomorrow. The complete daily longevity protocol based on Clint Eastwood's example and validated by scientific research. Upon waking, drink a large glass of water to rehydrate after sleep. Consider adding a pinch of sea salt and half teaspoon of magnesium glycinate for enhanced cellular hydration. Breakfast, eat a high-protein meal with vegetables. 3 to 4 eggs with spinach and tomatoes. Or Greek yogurt with berries and walnuts. Or a protein smoothie with greens. Aim for 25 to 30 grams of protein with vegetables. Mid-morning, practice 20 minutes of transcendental meditation or mindfulness meditation. Sit quietly, focus on your breath, and allow stress to dissolve. This is non-negotiable daily practice. Lunch, eat lean protein with abundant vegetables. 4 ounces of grilled chicken or wild salmon. Large salad with dark leafy greens, broccoli, asparagus, colorful vegetables. Dress with olive oil and lemon. Aim for 30 grams of protein with at least 2 cups of vegetables. Afternoon, engage in light physical activity. Take a 30-minute walk. Do some gardening. Play golf. Stay in gentle motion. Avoid long periods of sitting. Dinner, eat lean protein with vegetables. 4 ounces of fish or chicken. Steamed or roasted vegetables. Small portion of whole grains if desired, quinoa or brown rice. Finish eating at least 3 hours before bed. Evening, practice your second 20-minute meditation session. Reflect on the day, release stress, prepare for restorative sleep. Avoid screens for the final hour before bed. Dim lights, read a book, have calm conversation. Sleep, go to bed at the same time every night. Aim for 7 to 8 hours in a cool, dark, quiet room. Throughout the day, drink water consistently. Avoid all sugar and processed foods. Engage in meaningful work or activities that give your life purpose. Maintain social connections. And stay curious and engage with life. This protocol incorporates all 6 of Clint Eastwood's longevity secrets. Lean and green nutrition. Transcendental meditation twice daily. Functional exercise and consistent movement. Complete elimination of sugar and processed foods. Proper hydration and quality sleep. And continuous purpose and creative engagement. Now, what results can you expect? Week 1 to 2, improved energy and mental clarity from eliminating sugar and processed foods. Better sleep quality from consistent routine. Initial stress reduction from daily meditation. Week 3 to 4, continued energy improvement. Reduced inflammation as omega-3s from fish accumulate. Better blood pressure and cardiovascular function from meditation and diet. Week 6 to 8, measurable metabolic improvements. Weight loss and better body composition. Increased muscle strength from consistent resistance training. Sharper cognitive function from meditation and brain-healthy diet. Improved mood and sense of well-being from stress reduction and purpose. 3 to 6 months. substantial transformation, significantly lower inflammation markers, improved insulin sensitivity and metabolic health, preserved or increased muscle mass, enhanced cognitive performance, reduced biological age markers if measured. Beyond 6 months to years, long-term benefits compound. Dramatically reduced risk of cardiovascular disease, diabetes, cancer, and dementia. Maintained independence and physical function. Sharp mind and strong body. And potentially decades of additional healthy life. This is what the science shows is possible when you follow the 6 secrets consistently over time. This is what Clint Eastwood has done to reach 96 strong and sharp. And this is what you can do to live 30 years past 60 with vitality, purpose, and joy. Now, I want to address something important. Some of you might be thinking, this sounds great, but it also sounds difficult. I'm not sure I can meditate twice a day. I don't know if I can give up sugar completely. I'm worried I'm too old to start now. These concerns are valid. Change is hard. But I want you to consider this. What's harder? Making some adjustments to your daily routine now? Or spending your later years with declining health, loss of independence, chronic disease, and premature death? The choice is yours. But the science is clear. The habits I've outlined, the 6 secrets that Clint Eastwood has followed for decades, work. They're proven to extend life and enhance health. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to do everything at once. Start with one change. Eliminate sugar. Add a daily walk. Begin meditating for just 5 minutes. Then build from there. Small, consistent actions compound over time into extraordinary results. And remember, it's never too late. Research shows that even people who adopt healthy habits in their 70s and 80s experience significant health improvements and longevity benefits. Your body retains the capacity to heal and adapt at any age. All you need to do is give it what it needs. So here's what I want you to do right now. Make a decision. Decide right now that you're going to implement at least one of Clint Eastwood's 6 secrets starting today. Write it down. I commit to eating lean protein and green vegetables at every meal. I commit to meditating for 20 minutes every day. I commit to walking 30 minutes daily. I commit to eliminating sugar completely. Write your commitment and today's date. Then take immediate action. Clean out your kitchen. Remove sugar and processed foods. Go shopping for salmon, chicken, and vegetables. Download a meditation app or find a local teacher. Schedule your first walk or workout. Do something today that moves you toward your goal. Track your progress. Keep a simple journal noting what you eat, how you exercise, how you feel. Review weekly and celebrate improvements. Share your journey. Tell family and friends about your commitment. Their support will help you stay accountable. And consider joining a community of like-minded people committed to healthy aging. And most importantly, never give up. Clint Eastwood didn't get to 96 by being perfect. He got there by being consistent. Day after day, year after year, decade after decade, making choices that support his health and longevity. You can do the same. In conclusion, living 30 years past 60, reaching 90 strong and sharp like Clint Eastwood, is not about luck or genetics. It's about daily choices, lean and green nutrition, stress reduction through meditation, consistent functional movement, elimination of sugar and processed foods, proper hydration and quality sleep, and continuous purpose and engagement with life. These are the 6 secrets. These are the wins, and they're available to anyone willing to commit and take action. Clint Eastwood at 96 is still creating, still contributing, still living with remarkable vitality, not because he won the genetic lottery, though genes play a role, but because he's made specific daily choices for decades that science has now validated as the exact habits that extend healthy life. You have that same opportunity, the same potential, the same power to choose longevity. So make the choice, implement the secrets, stay consistent, and live 30 years past 60 with strength, sharpness, purpose, and joy. All right, thank you for watching this entire video. If you found this valuable, I need you to do 3 things right now. First, smash that like button. Second, subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss future content on healthy aging and longevity. And third, leave a comment below. Tell me which of Clint Eastwood's 6 secrets you're most excited to implement. Tell me your age and your longevity goal. Tell me what challenges you face and what support you need. I read every single comment, and I'll respond personally to as many as I can. Your engagement helps this channel grow and helps me create more content that serves you. So don't just watch passively. Engage, comment, share this video with someone who needs to hear this message. Because real transformation happens when we support each other, encourage each other, and hold each other accountable. And remember, your best years are not behind you. If you make the right choices starting today, your best years are ahead of you. Stay strong, stay sharp, stay purposeful. And I'll see you in the next video where we'll dive even deeper into the science of healthy aging and longevity.